Hi everyone, I'm Ken, the inventor of the CTKS method that shows where smart money is buying and selling. Each day I seek to give you an edge in the market using professional smart money rules and thinking based on my more than 30 years experience in financial markets, to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth and positive excellence in the process. If you want to get the institutional edge, please subscribe. You'll find we have one of the best communities on YouTube. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently down 3.13% to 23,781. Ethereum is down 3.34% to 1613. In this special episode, we're going to discuss Rule 28, Opportunities Reset Daily, and you'll find they do. We have a very specific methodology to identify opportunities. The first thing, we understand the foundations of the market. We look more broadly than just the crypto market, then pop back into crypto, finding the market's focus. And I'm going to focus in here today. Opportunities do reset daily, and you need to enhance your pattern recognition. It's very important that you have a professional mindset before you buy or sell. We're going to basically blast through the overall market structure. We can see junk bonds and high-yield corporate bonds continue to make their way down, as does inverse credit risk. This means there's negative price momentum inside the main markets. We can also see that there's positive momentum inside VIX market structure. We can also see that the 5-year and 10-year break-even inflation rates continue to march upwards. This puts a higher probability on an increased federal funds rate. After the FOMC meeting minutes, we can see that the probability of a 50 basis point increase in the federal funds rate is currently 27%, up from 24% yesterday and 12.2% 1 week ago. The main markets are pointing towards a short-term retracement. We can see the VIX up, the major indices down, yields up, bond prices down, dollar up, gold down, oil is down, and we can see risk off is inherent in the market. We focus on crypto, but it's important to understand the context of world markets. The crypto market is inherently volatile, and that's why we use Rule 28, Opportunities Reset Daily. Just getting on the right side of the percentage will make your portfolio grow. Bitcoin is currently down 2.87%. And looking at the greatest losers, top 100 past 24 hours, Conflux, HT, Flow, Curve, Theta, AGIX, VET, TWT, and Rose. The greatest gainers in the past 24 hours, Stacks up about 11%, Tezos up a little over 10%, Optimism just a little over 9% up, followed by TON, BAT, LDO, Rocket Pool, Zilliqa. A lot of people feel that they have no opportunities inside a red market, and remember what the market looks like right now. It looks a bit red, but there's a lot of opportunities in the red. In fact, that's where, as a community, we live. We're not fazed by red at all. We actually love it because we're getting on the right side of the percentage. Having a look at 5-minute charts, we can see that there's a bit of green coming through the market at the moment. What about the 15-minute? We can see Tezos, NEO, ACA, GFT. They're all doing reasonably well. What about the past hour? RIF, Tezos, BNX, UFT, CKB, and Badger. This is a way that you can keep your eye on the relative differences and try to understand what is coming up and what is going down. And you want to be on the ones that are coming up. We can see SYN up 17%, RIF up 22.8%. And then if we scale out towards a week or even a month, we can see that the returns in the crypto industry are quite good. Don't let these days impact you with a retail mindset. These days are the best days in the crypto market because you're getting on the right side of the percentage, but you must know what you're doing. We're going to have a bit of fun in this particular video. We're going to look at relative strength and weakness and identify particular cryptos that may be turning the corner. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. We can see Bitcoin, this particular shape of its gravity is reflected through this blue line. And this blue line is on every single alt chart. That is Bitcoin's gravity, and no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. And you can see with Ethereum, Bitcoin's gravity dominates Ethereum. What about BNB? Again, Bitcoin's gravity is dominating. What about XRP? Yes, it's influencing, but look at XRP. It's showing a little bit of relative strength. That could be something to keep your eye on. Now, why do I say that? Let's just look in here a little bit more. We can see a passing of a resistance line here, and that is actually very, very good for XRP. I would put that one on my own personal radar. What about ADA? ADA is still coming down, showing a moderate sign of seeking to get above resistance at the moment. What about these? What's Tether, Circle, and Binance USD? They're all stable coins. Turning towards the next top 8 cryptos, we're going to look for identifying opportunities. And we can see Matic coming down, but it's looking like it's trying to challenge a level of short-term resistance. What about Doge? Doge had some inherent strength. Look at that incredible spike up. Doge can get very, very powerful. You've got to keep your eye on Doge. It's looking like a potential basing action. We know that there's a lot of negative price momentum in the main markets, but that doesn't mean we don't look for opportunities. Solana can be very explosive. It's trying to hammer out a short-term base at the moment. DOT is still under pressure. It's not as clean as, for example, Matic or Solana at the moment. When we look at SHIB, still in negative price momentum, Litecoin is looking really quite interesting. It's seeking to turn around its price action. Just put Litecoin on your radar as well. When looking at AVAX, we can see that AVAX is following Bitcoin's gravity, but not as weakly. It's actually showing strength. You really want to see signs of turnaround and signs of strength in the particular cryptos that make it onto your radar list. Does it mean, when we look at Litecoin, that we've found the bottom in Litecoin? Absolutely not. It doesn't mean that at all. And as you become more and more professional, you start to throw out the ideas of buying at the bottom and selling at the top because they're just unimportant. What you actually do is you start to think in terms of layering in. Well done to everybody who does their CTKS code each and every day. This is your daily 3-dimensional risk management code. And what I want to do is to draw a bit of attention to this middle area, the portfolio area. What we do is that we anticipate, we say, how's the market going now? It's coming down. What do we anticipate the market to do in the next 24 hours? We consider the down or against us case first, neutral second, and up third. And then we look at our portfolio. What percentage of our portfolio do we think could be hit if the market goes down? What could stay neutral and what could go up? This is a really interesting concept. When the market goes down, some crypto projects do come up. They're called inverters, and we're going to hunt for them. It's always important to remember that you control the trade or investment, but it's the market that controls the return. And the return is based on your active learning, your knowledge plus your courage. The market will always penalize blame and gambling. That's why it's important to have a positive excellence outlook. Blame and gambling absolutely will take you out of the market. Let's look at some more top cryptos. We can see Uni just following Bitcoin's gravity down, but starting to show a little bit of strength. Atom not so much, just following Bitcoin's gravitational pull. We can see Link starting to over-accentuate the positive momentum. This is what we want to look at. We want to find crypto projects that are strong. What about Filecoin? Filecoin is potentially inverting on Bitcoin. Just when I say potentially, because it inverted previously and now it's following. So that's a potential inversion. What about LDO? LDO is actually inverting at the moment. It's over accentuating the positive aspects and under accentuating the negative ones. This could be pretty interesting. Near is just aligning with Bitcoin's gravity, but with a little bit more strength. And what do we see with APT, Aptos? We can see potential inversion occurring here. This is really good. You need to keep your eyes on inverters. What about H-bar? It's looking like it's trying to find an area of consolidation. A lot of people, when they're new, they want to buy the absolute bottom and want to sell the absolute top. It's just better if you get on the right side of the percentage and layer in, understanding the price is negatively biased. Let's continue on with the top 100 cryptos. We can see VET actually disaligning with Bitcoin's gravity. It's still obeying the up and down movement, but it's coming in much, much stronger. And when you look at APE, you can see the difference between APE and VET. VET is very, very strong at the current time. Let's have a look at ICP. ICP is also stronger than Bitcoin's gravity. What about Algo? Just aligning with it. Quant, just aligning, but starting to show a little bit of strength. Quant can really come into its own at times like this, and we can see the graph starting to bottom out, starting to actually challenge this downward price momentum just at the moment. We can see also Phantom doing a very similar thing. It doesn't mean it's out of the woods because there's a lot of overhead resistance here, so it needs to break through those levels. But you know this if you're marking up your charts with the CTKS method. And we can see that flow has been a little bit spiky. It was trying to resist Bitcoin's gravity, but it was pulled down into it and is showing a bit of a rebound. It's so far just aligning with Bitcoin's gravity, but flow can be very, very interesting as well. Let's have a look at some more. Let's continue with our list of the top 100. When we see Mana is coming down in accordance with Bitcoin's gravity, as is Theta. Aave is also, Axie Infinity and Luna C. What about Chili's coming down in accordance, but showing a little bit of strength at the moment? Clayton doing some very, very interesting things at the current time. You can see there's been an inversion, and with STX stacks is so inverted amazingly. I want you to look specifically at Clay here. Tell me what you see in this pattern. It's a very important thing. Let me know in the comments. Compare and contrast that to STX. What do you see with STX's price behavior and what do you see with Clay's price behavior? Please let me know in the comments. This is part of your active learning. Active learning is critical to do. What you'll find is opportunities do reset every single day. And you can be on the wrong side of the trade, but on the right side of the percentage and do incredibly well. Looking at the next group of the top 100, we can see NEO holding up very well against the negative momentum inside Bitcoin's price. A lot of the Chinese-orientated cryptos have done quite well on the Hong Kong news. We can also see that RPL, Rocket Pool, is starting to turn a different kind of tune here. It's getting above this resistance. One thing that you need to keep in mind, when you actually place orders, and that's orders with an S, you want to be layering them down so you get on the right side of the percentage. And you don't want to be putting orders in and saying, oh no, I'm scared, I'm going to take it out. It just means that your position size is too large. Just reduce your position size by 80% and see if you feel better leaving it in and not touching it. We can see Curve, CRV, just aligning with Bitcoin's gravity. Mina is aligning with Bitcoin's gravity, but starting to show a little bit of an uptick. It could be quite interesting. One thing to note is that often, well, always, you have price moving in a wave. So you can see with IMX, Immutable X, look at that percentage gap. Wow, that's nearly 30% from top to bottom. If you got on the wrong side of the trade, but on the right side of the percentage and wanted to cash out a 5% gain, it's more than possible. But I'm not saying it's certain, but it's just a possibility. And this is the way that you want to look at crypto. It's just another thing for you to consider, and we talk about so many techniques inside the masterclass. When we look at Maker, Maker has been acting very weirdly in a way. It's actually been putting in a lot of strength. It's kind of diverting from Bitcoin's gravity. It was actually withstanding it, and now it's pulled into directional alignment. We can see that FXS, FracShare, is trying to overcome a short-term area of resistance, but it's under resistance from multiple different areas. You're never literally going to get a clean shot of a sure thing. It's always going to be muddy water, so you just have to be ready for that. And don't forget, you can always change your relative percentage profit target. And when looking at IOTA is still under resistance, but it's seeking to turn that around. Could be quite interesting to keep your eye on IOTA. We talked about trading systems in the last video, and there were some incredible comments there. I urge you to read them. And I think we should extend on that. When it comes to buying or selling, how do you buy and how do you sell? Please let us know in the comments. It's a very, very good thing to share your expertise and your experience. There are so many opportunities in the crypto market, but you must have a framework to identify and capitalize on those opportunities. Please let me know in the comments what of these cryptos or which of these cryptos are of interest to you. And please remember, I don't endorse buying or selling any specific crypto. You must do your own research. Please also let me know, did you learn anything more or anything new about pattern recognition? Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow. Bye for now.